So I am telling you what I know from experience. I am not theorizing. I am not speculating. I am not erudite. I never went to college. I never graduated from high. So you cannot accuse me of being scholarly. And you're told in Scripture, how does this man have such learning, seeing that he has no studies? He has not studied, as told us in the 7th chapter of the book of John. Well, the man in whom it erupted, whoever he was who first spoke, was a simple man. As told us in the 4th chapter of Daniel, he will give it to whom he pleases, even to the lowliest of men. So don't look for him to come among those who are highly exalted and highly promoted by themselves, because all these enormously promoted beings are self-promoted. A man doesn't go out and find others promoting him. He gathers the funds together and he promotes himself. Well, you can call it a political campaign or religious campaign or any other campaign. And they live in that little world of theirs. In this morning's paper, you might have read this. When the Queen was accused of maintaining a certain castle, Sandringham, and someone said it has 360 rooms. He said, oh no, it's just a little hideaway. That's not a castle about it. It's a little hideaway we go. I'm quite sure it doesn't have more than 150 rooms. You see, you get to the point where you live in such a strange place, mentally, that you have no contact with the world of reality. None whatsoever. It's like, let them eat cake. You either have no bread, or let them have cake. And then a few hours later, her head came off. Let them eat cake. Well, here she said, what? Oh, no. Certainly, it doesn't have more than 150 rooms. Well, I tell you, it's far greater, infinitely greater, that you experience the pattern unfolding within you than if you owned the earth. If you owned the whole vast world, and everyone was subject to you, to obey your command, you're still mortal, and will depart leaving your world. But this you don't depart. You enter eternity, the new age, incorporated into the body of the living God. And you only enter that by the unfolding of this pattern within you. I hope tonight I have brought to you a clearer picture of Jesus Christ than I have ever done before. It's that pattern that is buried in those 39 books which no one by searching could find until it erupted in a man. And he, being familiar with the 39 books, he told them that although it is scattered over the centuries, there is simply a meaning to it all. And the meaning is put into 1,260 days, as told us in the 12th chapter of Daniel and the 12th chapter of Revelation. And there, the whole meaning is condensed. But it takes the scattered fragments from these centuries and put them into a pattern. And together, they give meaning. And this meaning now unfolds within you, and you are the promise that God made. He promised you a son. And the son he promised you was his own son, to give you not as a companion, but to give you as your son. And if he gave you his son as your son, then he gave you himself. That's how God gives himself to you. Now let us go into the silence. Good. Are there any questions, please? Well, may I remind you that we are approaching the day we call Easter, which is resurrection. But I do not know of any record of the true resurrection that is in print, comparable to my chapter on resurrection, where the book is titled Resurrection. For I have told you the story as I personally have experienced it. Others only talk about it as a being on the outside. And I've told you exactly how it happens.